Big one today for the White Sox taking on the Detroit Tigers as they look for a clean sweep in Motown. Apologies for missing the last two games. I was not feeling very well physically, and it just fed into everything else. But I'm back today with a doubleheader. We'll start with the White Sox in Detroit, then we'll finish in Atlanta with the Indiana Fever challenging the Atlanta Dream in the South. Get ready, get set, and go, because White Sox baseball begins right now.
The following is a presentation of the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. This is Major League Baseball on SMSN.
And a pleasant good afternoon to one and all in the region, across the nation, and around the world. We welcome y'all inside the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network studios. Welcome to the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Brian Snow. We'll start our game in just a few moments. It's the White Sox and the Detroit Tigers in the last of a 3-game series in Motown. Every series this year between the White Sox and the Tigers have ended in a sweep. White Sox got the first one in Chicago. Detroit returned the favor. Now the White Sox are trying to do it again, this time on the road in Detroit, as they begin to lengthen their lead in the Central Division. Stand by for White Sox baseball. We will come back with the introduction of the starting lineups, offense and defense, and get you ready for White Sox baseball. It's the first of 2 on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central.
If you're the kind of person that likes to drive a lot and your car is a little bit older and out of the normal warranty, keep listening. What's going on underneath the hood of your car? If your car is out of warranty, you're at risk of expensive repair bills. Now, for a couple of dollars a day, you can get an extended protection plan for your car. Hey, you love your car, so why not give it a little extra care? And make sure if something goes wrong, your bank account is safe. Literally, for a couple of dollars a day, you can give yourself peace of mind that you purchased a top-tier vehicle repair coverage plan. Call the Auto Protection Network right now and ask how you could save an additional $500 on your policy.
Call 877-845-0463. Call now.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Took a couple days off because, as I said, wasn't feeling too well, and I started to feel the old fears come back. But slept well last night, got a good meal this morning, and am ready to rock for you as the Chicago White Sox take on the Detroit Tigers. They're getting set to take the field in just a couple of moments. So let's give you our starting lineups for this afternoon's game. The White Sox will bat first. They line up this way. Leading off is the left fielder Sam Antonacci. Batting second is the first baseman Munetaka Murakami. Miguel El Tigre Vargas, who had 2 home runs on Friday night, bats third. He's at third base. Andrew Benintendi bats fourth. He's in left field. Brayton Montgomery bats fifth. He is in right field. Colson Montgomery bats sixth. He is the shortstop. Chase Mydroth bats seventh at second base. Tristan Peters bats eighth. He's in center field. And Drew Romo bats ninth. He is the catcher. Through the lineup again, Antonacci, Murakami, Vargas, Benintendi, the DH, Brayton Montgomery, Colson Montgomery, Chase Mydroth, Tristan Peters, and Drew Romo. Defensively for the Detroit Tigers, it is Brett Callahan in left field, Max Clark in center, Zach McKinstry in right, around the horn third to first, third base Kevin McGonigal, Javier Baez at short, Gleyber Torres at second, and Spencer Torkelson at first. Behind the plate is Dillinger, and on the mound is Drew Anderson. Those are your lineups for the top of the first as they get ready to play ball in Detroit. We'll take one more break. We'll give you the lineups again, and when we come back, we'll have the first pitch of this afternoon's game between the White Sox and the Tigers as the Sox go for the sweep after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
But I blame one person for this.
One person? What one person are you going to be blaming? Good. I don't give a crap. Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC. Quote, feeling the blues in Death Valley, close quote. Duke ends a 45-year drought in Clemson. You are coaching a team, son. Get with the program and worry about your program.
The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
All right, it's game time from Detroit. Let's get our feed up here and let's get a move on with today's game. The White Sox are looking for the sweep and to get four of their last five. I beg your pardon, because they lost the getaway game to Cincinnati, and they're trying to make it 4 out of 5, especially with the Cubs, with us visiting the Cubs on Tuesday. We are ready to go from Comerica Park in Detroit. 81 degrees at first pitch time. 9 miles an hour is the wind from right to left. Detroit in the home white top and bottom uniforms with the navy blue numbers and lettering. White Sox go black tops, gray bottoms, white numbers, and lettering trimmed in silver. Here we go. From the stretches, the first pitch of the game, and it's grounded back to Anderson. He will toss the first, 1 pitch, 1 out in the top of the first inning. It's Anderson to Torkelson, 1-3 on that put out. Adam Beck is your home plate umpire. And I forgot I wrote this in the book. And I was going to learn to do what I usually do, and that's keep a scorebook. 1 down to Munetaka Murakami. Murakami has a home run in this series. That came on Friday, hitting at 235 on the year. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Fastball at 96 for strike 1. Murakami 2 for 7 in this series. A double, a home run, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Hitting at 235, 27 homers. He's driven in 55. You want to see him drive some more people in. Here's a curveball for a strike, and the count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Munetaka Murakami. Anderson working exclusively from the stretch position. That's what a lot of pitchers are doing nowadays. 0-2 pitch, wide with a fastball, 1-2. And I don't get why that is. I do not get why a lot of pitchers love working from the stretch. Even at the start of a ball game. 1-2 pitch, low with a changeup, and the count's even 2-2. Miguel El Tigre Vargas, Friday's player of the game, will be next up. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul out of play, and the count stays where it is at 2-2. Anderson from the stretch in the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And there's 2 down in the first. And it'll bring Miguel Vargas to the plate, who had a great night on Friday. A 2-homer game in that 9-5 White Sox victory. They won Friday 9-5. They won yesterday 4-3. And they're looking for the sweep today. Here's El Tigre in the right-handed batter's box, sitting at 239. The pitch, a curveball wide for ball 1. Vargas 5 for 9 in this series, 2 homers, 3 runs batted in, 3 runs scored. He's got 27 homers and leads the club with 71 runs batted in. The pitch, a slider for a strike, and the count's even, 1 ball, 1 strike. $28 doubles, 67 walks, and 12 stolen bases, all in the top 3 on the White Sox. The pitch, a swing and a bouncing ball to third. Up with it is McGonigal. The toss to Torkelson pulled him off the bag, but he's able to step on the bag, and the inning has come to an end. Nothing across for the White Sox. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the White Sox nothing, and hold on a minute. Venable wants to take a look. Venable wants to, I think he was out, but Venable wants to take a look. There is a challenge here. But it was such a bang play with Miguel Vargas' hat going flying. And Venable may have a case. I think he's safe. Venable may have a case. He went up to catch it, and Vargas beat it. That might be an infield hit. Venable said, take a look. Did his foot touch the bag when he came down? No. Vargas is safe. Clearly, Vargas is safe. And that's the call. So Vargas is on at first. We'll wait for the scoring of that. It might be an error. It is an error on McGonigal. So E5 on that changed call. Error on McGonigal. And that brings Andrew Benintendi to the plate. He takes a curveball upstairs for ball 1. So the White Sox get a little bit of new life. Benintendi 3 for 8 in this series with 2 runs scored and a run batted in. He has 12 homers and 60 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball into center. Coming on is Clark. He's got it. And now the side is retired. No runs, no hits, an error, and 1 left. To the bottom of the first. White Sox nothing, and the Tigers coming to bat on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Let's meet the Tigers batting order. They line up like this. Gleyber Torres leads off at second base. Kevin McGonigal bats second and third. Dylan Dingler bats third. He's the catcher. Colt Keith bats fourth. He's the DH. Zach McKinstry bats fifth in right field. Spencer Torkelson bats sixth at first base. Brett Callahan bats seventh in left. Max Clark bats eighth in center. Javier Baez bats ninth. He's the shortstop. Sean Burke on the mound for the White Sox rocks into the line and delivers to Torres upstairs for ball one. Sean Burke 7-6 on the year, 152 strikeouts. Burke from the line and the 1-0 to Torres. A slider missed outside, and it's 2-0. Tigers lineup again. Torres, McGonigal, Dingler, Keith, McKinstry, Torkelson, Callahan, Clark, and Baez. Keith, the DH. Gleyber Torres, 5 for 8 in this series. Here's the 2-0 pitch. A slider for a strike, and the count's 2-1. Defensively for the White Sox, Sam Antonacci in left, Tristan Peters in center, Braden Montgomery in right, around the horn third to first, Miguel Vargas, Colson Montgomery, Chase Maidrop, Munetaka Murakami, Drew Romo catching. From the chest high line, here's the 2-1 pitch, and that's whacked to third. Vargas got it on the line drive, one out in the bottom of the first. That ball was blistered to third base. But El Tigre says, I got this. Again, the White Sox defense, Sam Antonacci in left, Tristan Peters in center, Braden Montgomery in right, around the horn third to first, Miguel Vargas, Colson Montgomery, Chase Maidrop, Munetaka Murakami, Drew Romo catches Sean Burke. From the windup, here's the first pitch to McGonigal. It's outside, a sinker for ball one. One out in the bottom of the first, no score. White Sox left a base runner due to an error by McGonigal at third base. McGonigal 1 for 7 with a run scored in this series, hitting at 284, 12 homers. He's driven in 48. Third base side of the rubber, Burke rocks, kicks, and deals. A cutter for a strike, and the count's even 1-1. One ball, one strike to count. Just getting started from Comerica Park in Detroit and the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network studios. Glad to have you with us. The Noisy Dragon Studios. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and the count's 1-2. One ball, two strikes, one down. Bottom of the first, no score. Burke from the windup, the pitch. Slapped foul out of play on a sinker. And the count stays where it is at 1-2. White Sox have the third most first inning runs. The Tigers have the second most. They have 80. Nationals lead that category with 89 first inning runs. From the windup, here's the 1-2 pitch. A swing and a high fly ball into left field. Going back on it is Antonacci. Makes the running catch. Hang a star on that one. 2 down in the inning. I tell you, Sam Antonacci can run. He can truly run. And he was able to run that down before it dropped and split the gap. So 2 down to Dylan Dingler, who is 0 for 9 in this series. He and Drew Romo are having a conversation. Dingler, 259, 26 homers. He's driven in 81. And that's why the catchers were talking. Burke had an equipment issue with his glove. You had to give him a little time to get himself reset. So Burke is ready, and so is Dingler. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the first with no score. First 2 series with the White Sox, Dingler at 381, 3 homers. He's driven in 6. Here's a slider for a strike on the inside corner for strike 1. Here's the 1-strike pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the first, no score. Sean Burke pitching for our White Sox today. From the chest high wine, here's the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a high fly ball into center. Tristan Peters back under it, makes the catch, inning over. So the Tigers go up and out in order in the bottom of the first. And we're through 1. White Sox nothing, Tigers nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
5, 6, and 7 do up for the White Sox here in the top of the second inning. That is Brayton Montgomery, Colson Montgomery, and Chase Mydroff to face Mr. Anderson, who is 4-4 on the year with a 3.91 ERA. And so far, as I mentioned, the White Sox have taken the first 2 in this series, looking for the sweep, and they would have swept Detroit twice in this season. Been a while since that happened. So here we go to the exciting rookie Brayton Montgomery, and he whacks one foul to the left for strike 1. Brayton Montgomery owns a game-winning home run, and that came against the Atlanta Braves, a team we will see in the upcoming weeks to finish off that 3-game series. The 0-1 pitch. They check at third, no swing. Counts even 1-1. Brayton Montgomery, 4 for 9 this series, a triple, 4 runs batted in, and a run scored. He had a 237, 4 homers. He's driven in 28. 1-1 pitch. A strike called, and it's 1-2 with a changeup. One ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out here in the top of the second. Anderson sets the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Anderson. And there's one down in the second to Colson Montgomery. Brayton Anderson loved the way this kid plays. And it's since he came up in the Atlanta series, it's kind of energized the White Sox. And I lost my pen. Well, I got more here. I'll pick that one up at the break. Here's the pitch. Change up outside for ball 1. Colson Montgomery hitting at 210 on the year. Former number 1 pick for the White Sox. A 1-0 pitch. A swinging a little looper headed into left, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So Montgomery provides the first hit of the game for the White Sox with 1 out in the top of the second. I'm starting to feel real good about getting back in the booth now. It's taken me about 1.5 years to get back to the point where I want to do this, and I'll explain that throughout the game. Here's the seventh place hitter, Chase Mydroth, hitting at 280. He takes a fastball right down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. Ultimate Sports Network is with us. So is Michael Concesio, Chicago Paul, and Gina, the first four chatters of our afternoon here. 0-1 the count to Mydroth. Anderson from the stretch, kicks and fires. A sinker inside, and the count's even 1-1. We got basketball coming your way today as I will step back into the booth for the first time in about 2 months with the Fever and the Atlanta Dream. Chase Mydroth 3 for 9 with a double this series. That's way outside, and it's 2-1 to Mydroth. Mydroth hitting at 280 on the year. And they are playing him to pull. Here's the pitch. A curveball missed inside. It's 2-2. Ooh, they're going to call it for a review, and I think this is going to flip. Bingo. Caught the zone. So the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Casey Concepcion is going to be a star, USN. He certainly is. 2 balls, 2 strikes. From the set, the kick and the pitch. Fastball outside, and the count's full 3-2. Rodney Woods, one of my homies from grammar school, is tuning us in. Says my favorite sportscaster since we were kids. Great job, Snowman. Thank you, Rodney. Appreciate you, brother. The payoff pitch. A swing and a bouncer foul at the plate. And we'll do it again at 3-2. I used to do this stuff on the bus ride to school. Seriously, I used to do this stuff on the bus ride to school. I'd make them up as I go along, and now I'm been doing it for 30 years. I think I knew it then what I wanted to do. 3 balls, 2 strikes, Chase Mydroth at the plate. The payoff pitch. A swing and a bouncer back to Anderson to second for 1. Return to Torkelson. Got him. Double play. Inning over. 1-6-3 on that double play. And that will take care of that. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's the White Sox nothing and the Tigers nothing as we continue our coverage of White Sox baseball on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
To the bottom of the second, 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Tigers. Ultimate Sports Network says got 433 views yesterday. Not too bad. Someone disliked because they were a Bears fan. Always going to have haters when you start succeeding. That is so true. So true. Burke from the Wine delivers the first pitch, and that is whacked in the right center field for a base hit by Colt Keith, the DH. So the Tigers get their first hit of the afternoon, Zach McKinstry due next. Spencer Torkelson behind him. Tigers trying to get one of these 3 games. The White Sox currently lead the division by 4.5 over the Tigers and the Twins, and 5.5 over Cleveland. And we just beat Cleveland 2 out of 3 at home. Next White Sox game tomorrow, when they got to go up north to take on the Chicago Cubs. We'll have the entire series for you here on SMSN. Here is Zach McKinstry hitting at 218. Burke from the set position. The kick in the first pitch is low with a cutter, and the count's 1-0. Like, share, and subscribe if you love what you see here in our old school play-by-play. You want to help the network grow, you can drop us a cash app at $ Tallman Dr. K50 or via PayPal. Search at Snowman2172. From the windup, the 1-0 pitch. A cutter outside, and the count's 2-0. Here's a weird one. USN says, I didn't have my score bug because they had the options for all the other NFL games, but not the Browns game. Weird. Very weird indeed. 2 balls, no strikes. Burke from the set position. Kicks and deals. Fastball high, and it's 3-0. I'm looking on my screen here. Y'all can see the people who are chatting, but you can't see the messages. I'll have to fix that. I'll take a look at that right now. 3 balls, no strikes. McKinstry waits. So does Burke. And the 3-0 pitch. A slider for a strike, and it's 3-1. Now, let's take a look here and see what we can do to solve the problem of y'all not seeing the chat. Okay, we got that. A turn throw to first. Murakami tries to tag Colt Keith. Didn't get him. Maybe look at the text settings. Maybe look at that. 3-1 the count. Nobody out. A runner aboard. That's Colt Keith at first base, the designated hitter. A turn and throw to first, and Keith dives back safely again. Weird. I can't find the messages. That's weird. Keith runs. That's ball 4. So McKinstry walks. Keith is at second on a single. And with nobody out, here comes Spencer Torkelson, who is trouble. And I mean trouble. There we go. Got it. Okay. I figured it out. The pitch to Torque is a curveball low, a knuckle curve for ball 1. There we go. Now I can see the messages on the screen. There we go. Cleveland Browns are expected to sign Zadarius Smith possibly as early as today. 3-time Pro Bowl edge rusher. That'll be huge for them. The 1-0. Swing and a miss on a slider. And the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Keith at second, McKinstry at first. A single and a walk began this inning for the Tigers. And now Burke trying to work out of a mess. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul at the plate on a slider. And the count is 1-2. Got 23 in here so far. 25 now. 20 of them via Snowman Multimedia. Thank you to the folks at the Shady Sports Network for tuning in, as well as our Snowman Multimedia Sports Network YouTube channel. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Burke looks at second. Here's the pitch. High and tight with a fastball. And the count's even 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, 2 aboard for the Tigers as they look to break on top early. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Right side, Murakami drifting into foul territory. Looks up, makes the catch. 1 out in the second. Now bring Brett Callahan, the left fielder, to the plate. With Max Clark in the hole and Javier Baez behind him. So 1 big out for the White Sox. And now a double play can get him out of here. This is what I love to do. I love to do old school play-by-play. It's been in my blood for many, many, many years. Burke from the set, looks at Keith at second. The pitch, swinging a line drive down the right field line. That'll get down, and that'll bring both runners home. Braden Montgomery gives chase. Keith scores. McKinstry rounds third. He heads for the plate. Murakami trying to cut him off at third. Does not. It's a triple for Brett Callahan, and the Tigers lead 2-0. So a 2 RBI triple for Brett Callahan. And now he stands at third base with only 1 out in the inning. Remember, the Tigers got 3 in the first on Friday, and the White Sox were able to wipe out that lead. So a 2-run triple for Brett Callahan. And the Tigers are up 2-0 with 1 out in the second inning. He saw that knuckle curve and took care of business. Rodney, I hope you're still around. Thank you for listening. Bouncing ball over Murakami's head. That's a base hit in the right. Callahan scores, and the Tigers now lead 3-0. So an RBI single for Max Clark. I'm starting to love this again. I really am. They pulled the infield in, and Clark took a high bouncer, and it went over Murakami's head in the right, which gets Callahan home. So the Tigers now lead 3-0 with 1 out. Burke has thrown 25 pitches to date. Here's Javier Baez, the shortstop, 9th place hitter. Kicking the pitch, swinging a foul at the plate for strike 1 as the base runner, Max Clark, was going. And I'll tell you what, he had that base stolen. Baez 0 for 3, hitting at .278, 2 homers. He's driven in 14. Cole Godden is with us. Thank you. I'm assuming, Cole, you're a Tiger fan. Here's the pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball, headed to short. Montgomery to second, 1, return, 2, a double play, and the inning is over. But Tigers get 3 on 3 hits. Now, they're going to challenge this. Andy Hinch says wait, and they're going to put the headset on. So it's at least a force out. So either Baez is on with a... Oh, no. Baez beat it. Baez beat it by a half a step. If it's a tie, the tie is going to go to the runner. We've had 2 reviews in 2 innings. I don't know. I think Baez is safe. Looking at this very carefully. Yeah, I believe Baez beat it. Yep, he did. So it's a fielder's choice for Baez. And we're back to the top of the order in Gleyber Torres, who lined out to Miguel Vargas his first time up. Seventh man to bat in the inning for the Tigers. They lead 3-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Gleyber Torres is ready, and so is Burke. Here's the pitch. A slider inside for ball 1. Everyone says Sanders won the first preseason game. He's not going to see the field anyway. 1-0 pitch. Line foul to the right. And the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, a runner aboard. 3 runs in for the Tigers. On 3 hits. So that force goes 5-4 on the force of Max Clark. Swing and a miss on a fastball, and the count's 1-2. Just remember, it is early. Burke looks at first. Now comes to the set position. Torres, right-handed batter's box. And the 1-2 pitch. A fastball inside, and the count's even 2-2. "19 pitches in this inning for Sean Burke. And he's given up 3 runs. The 2-2 pitch. Swinging a foul to the backstop. We'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, 3 runs in for the Tigers. They lead 3-0. Burke from the set position at the belt. The pitch on the way. A little looper headed toward right, and that'll get down. Mydroff can't pick it up. That's a base hit. And the inning continues. So that'll put runners at first and second with Kevin McGonigal, who flew out to left fielder Sam Antonacci at the plate. White Sox have the best odds to win the Central Division. They're the only team in the Central Division to have a winning record. So we had a quick conference on the mound. White Sox pitching coach went out to talk to Sean Burke. Throwing 20 pitches this inning after a 1-2-3 first. Here's Kevin McGonigal headed to the left-handed batter's box. Righty versus lefty. Baez at second. Torres at first. The pitch. Knuckle curve outside for ball 1. In 5 of the last 6 starts, Burke has allowed 4 hits or fewer. This inning, he's allowed 4 hits already. Burke from the set position. And the pitch. Outside, 2-0. And to Cole Godden, I think it's Godden, and the White Sox are about to lose a ABS challenge. That was outside. So they'll have 1 left for the remainder of the game. Romo's saying that wasn't a ball. 2-0 the count to Kevin McGonigal. 8th man to bat in the inning. The pitch. Low, and it's 3-0. Now Burke is really in trouble. 2 on, 2 out. 3-0 Tigers on a 2-run triple by Brett Callahan and a run-scoring single from Max Clark. Bottom of the order doing damage for the Tigers. 3-0 the count. The pitch. A cutter for a strike, and it's 3-1. Three balls, a strike. 2 out, 3 in for the Tigers. Burke from the set position to McGonigal. The pitch on the way. Fastball. They challenge. No swing. Bases loaded. So the 9th man to bat in the inning will come to the plate in the form of catcher Dylan Dingler, who flew out to right fielder Brayton Montgomery in the first. Burke wants a new baseball. To everybody that's in the chat this afternoon, that's tuning us in over WJKS, hope you enjoy this presentation of old school play-by-play, because that's what you're going to get in the 21st century era of simulcast. The pitch, upstairs, ball 1 to Dingler. Dingler 0 for 1 in the afternoon. He flew out to right fielder Brayton Montgomery. Righty versus righty. 1 ball, no strikes. Bases loaded. And the pitch. A swing and a high fly ball into left. Antonacci will circle it. Coming in fast, and he makes the catch. So for the second straight inning, Dingler lines out. But the Tigers get 3 on 4 hits. There were a couple of walks in the inning, and then the bases were left loaded. We're done with 2. Tigers 3, White Sox nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
But I blame one person for this.
One person. What one person are you going to be blaming?
Good. I don't give a crap.
Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC.
Quote, feeling the blues in Death Valley, close quote. Duke ends a 45-year drought in Clemson. You are coaching a team, son. Get with the program and worry about your program.
The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Top of the third, 8-9-1, due up for the White Sox. They trail 3-0. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Tigers. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the White Sox. Since the All-Star game, or in the last 8 games, Tristan Peters is batting .400. Well, we're going to need him now. Peters slices one into left field. That's going to get down. That's going to get down. That's down. And it's going to hop into the stands for a ground rule double. So that starts the third inning for the White Sox. That'll bring Drew Romo to the plate. Good start for the White Sox this inning, trailing 3-0. You got 7 innings left in the ball game. Just chop away at the lead. This podcast is brought to you in part by Bearing Down the Gridiron. All the football news you need in 120 minutes, hosted by the playmaker Darnell Solins and Cole Johnson. Here's the pitch, and that is whacked to right off of Torkelson's glove, throwing to first in time. What a play! What a play by second baseman Gleyber Torres, backing up. Backing up Spencer Torkelson. So that goes 3-4-1. And a good job by Anderson getting off the mound and getting over to cover the bag. So the first run of the game for the White Sox stands at third, and we're back to the top of the order in Sam Antonacci, who grounded out on the first pitch he saw this afternoon. Antonacci came in hitting .278, 8 homers. He's driven in 35. Here's the pitch. A swing and a bouncing ball to Torkelson. We'll try it again. Torkelson to do it himself. That'll get the run home. RBI ground out for Sam Antonacci, and the White Sox are on the board. They trail 3-1. 3 unassisted on that ground out, but it produces a run, and the Sox are back in it. Now the base is clear. Here is Munetaka Murakami, who struck out swinging his first time up. The pitch, a curveball strike on the outside corner, and the count's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Mune, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Anderson from the stretch, and the 0-2 pitch, high and wide with a fastball, and it's 1-2. Sox get a run on a hit so far this inning. Ground rule double by Peters. Drew Romo grounds out. Antonacci grounds out, and we're at Murakami, and that's where we stand right now. Murakami down a ball and 2 strikes. He's already struck out once this afternoon. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way, slapped foul to the backstop. We'll do it again. I have sat behind home plate many, many times over. Many times. And when that ball's coming at you, and I've also played baseball, when that ball is coming at you, doesn't matter if there's protection in front of you, you're going to flinch. 1-2 pitch, change up outside, and the count's even 2-2. You are going to flinch. That could be a net. That could be the strongest net in the world behind home plate. You're still going to flinch when that ball comes flying at you. The pitch on the way, swing a ground ball, headed to third. Up with it, McGonigal. Toss across to Torkelson. In time, inning over. But White Sox get 1 on a hit. No errors and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's the Tigers 3 and the White Sox 1 on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Colt Keith will start the 3rd, and he started the others. He started the 2nd with the single. That started the 3-run rally, and the Tigers batted around. Sean Burke will work from the chest high wind and delivers a swing and a high fly ball into left. Antonacci going back at the track. Get over there. He can't, and that's gone. Colt Keith strikes again, this time a home run, and they get the run back that they gave up. It's 4-1 Tigers. It looked like Antonacci had a bead on it. He didn't. Crashed into the wall. And the Tigers now lead 4-1. I thought he had it for a moment. Nope. It went off of his glove and over the fence. Here is Zach McKinstry, and he pops one into left field. Sam Antonacci waves off Peters. He makes the catch. There's one down in the third. Now here's Spencer Torkelson, who fouled out his first time up. That went off of Antonacci's arm. Nats lead the Mets 2-0, bottom of the third. We'll catch up with Pure Adrenaline Sports here in just a moment. Matter of fact, we're going to catch up with them now. Here's the pitch. A cutter for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Romo sets his signs. Burke has him. The one-strike pitch is a knuckle curve for a strike, and it's 0-2. The count to Spencer Torkelson. And the 0-2 pitch. A slider upstairs. Burke thought it was a good. It was good. It was not. And the count's 1-2. Torkelson 0 for 1 this afternoon. From the windup, here's the pitch. Swinging a foul to the backstop. We'll do it again. And again, I see some of the fans just flinch when they see a ball flying at them. You would flinch too. Doesn't matter how much protecting you have. If a ball's coming at you at about 100 miles an hour off the bat, you're going to flinch. 1-2 the count to Torkelson. The windup and the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball into right. Brayton Montgomery looking up. Got it. 2 down in the inning. So 2 out, nobody aboard. A run home on the home run by Colt Keith, who has killed us so far with 2 hits. And he has scored twice. Here's Brett Callahan. He has a 2-run triple. That came in the second, and he also scored in the same inning. From the windup, here's the pitch. A fastball strike on the outside corner. The count's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. A cutter upstairs. They check at third. He didn't offer, and the count's even 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one the count. Burke is ready. From the windup, the pitch on the way, a swing, a smash, foul, first base side. We'll do it again. It's 1-2. I beg your pardon. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. One and two the count. 2 out, nobody aboard. Here in the bottom of the third. This 4 runs. No, most runs they scored this series was 5. That came Friday. Pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. And Callahan says, But they're walking off. First strikeout for Burke this afternoon. A run on a hit. No errors. And nobody left. We're done with 3. It's the Tigers 4 and the White Sox 1 on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, This cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
To the fourth we go. 4-1. Detroit leads our White Sox. And Miguel Vargas will lead things off. He takes a slider up and in for ball one. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Tigers. A run on 2 hits, and no errors for the White Sox. Here's the pitch. A swing and a high fly ball into center field, but Clark is circling under it, and he makes the catch. 1 out in the 4th. Headed to the deepest part of the park. Here's Andrew Benintendi, who flew out to Max Clark his first time up. We go back home, but we go across to the north side beginning tomorrow with a 3-game series with the Chicago Cubs. And the Cubs are hot. Let me just go ahead and say it right now. As much as I pick on them and I pick on Cubs fans, the Cubs are playing great. That fastball is upstairs and outside for ball 1. And we will have all 3 of that crosstown series. We got 2 out of 3 in our house. 1-0 pitch is a changeup. Didn't offer. And the count's 2-0. Brayton Montgomery due next. Chase Mydroth behind him. Benintendi is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. And the pitch on the way. A slider upstairs at 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. Although the Tigers are going to take a look at it. And they missed it. Call is confirmed. Tigers lose a challenge, so each team will have 1 ABS challenge remaining. 3-0 to Benny. The pitch. A strike right down the middle, 3-1. And I would suspect that Benintendi is going to take the next one. 3 balls, a strike. Anderson from the set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup, and the count's full 3-2. He offered at it. Give him that. He offered at it. Brayton Montgomery due next. Anderson steps off the rubber. Benintendi back into the left-handed batter's box. And the payoff pitch is inside, ball 4. So Benintendi draws a walk. Remember, you got 6 at-bats to play. If you're the White Sox, if you hold the Tigers here, you got 6 at-bats to play with. Remember, on Friday, they trailed 3-1 and then exploded in the 5th inning for 5 runs. Thanks to everybody that has checked in with us this afternoon, whether for the duration of the game or for a few seconds. We thank you. Here's the pitch to Brayton, and that is whacked in the right center field for a base hit. Retrieving it is McKinstry. He'll get it into second immediately. Benintendi stops at second. So runners at first and second with Colson Montgomery coming to the plate representing the tying run. You don't want to go for it this early because you have so many at-bats left, but in this case, I'd love to see Colson leave the yard. He has in this series already. Montgomery is singled in the second inning, hitting at 211, 26 homers. He's driven in 70, and he was going for it there as he swings and fouls one to the left. Long way to go for the fielders. It's out of play. Strike one. Chase Mindrop would be next with Tristan Peters in the hole. No balls, one strike. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Home plate umpire says he offered, and it counts 0-2. Montgomery representing the tying run at the plate. You got Chase Mydroth on deck. Anderson sets, kicks, and fires. Strike three called on a fastball to Montgomery. He knew it. Third strikeout for Anderson, and that'll bring Chase Mydroth to the plate, who grounded into a double play his first time up. Want to know everything that's going on with the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network? Why don't you sign up for our newsletter? Go to snowmanmultimedia.com/newsletter to find out how you can get all the inside information. The pitch to Mydroth is a strike on a changeup, and the count's 0-1. Mydroth 12 homers. He's driven in 49. The 0-1, swing and a miss on a changeup, and it's 0-2. Don't want to leave any runners on if you're the White Sox, especially one in scoring position, which is where Benintendi is. Anderson sets. Looks at Benintendi, and the pitch on the way. High and tight with a fastball, and it's 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Anderson from the stretch. The pitch on the way, low with a changeup, and the count's even 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, two outs, and two on. So deuce is wild, as is often said by baseball broadcasters. Benintendi leads away from second, Montgomery from first. Anderson from the set. Here she comes. Swinging a grounder foul, third base side. We'll do it again. Chase Mydroth at the plate, battling Mr. Anderson on the mound. For those of you that are fans of the movie The Matrix, you'll understand the reference. Montgomery leads away from first, Benintendi from second. The pitch. Swinging a foul. We'll do it again. Doubleheader action here today, as at 5 o'clock we'll have the Indiana Fever challenging the Atlanta Dream for first place in the Eastern Conference. Anderson sets. Here she comes. Let's change up low and inside, 3-2, and now the runners will be off. Benintendi from second, Montgomery from first. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Chase Mydroth. Anderson comes to the stretch. The runners go. A swing and a chopper over the pitcher's head. Got to the shortstop, throw to first in time, inning over. Doggone it. And the White Sox leave a pair. 6-3 on that ground out. No runs, a hit, no errors. They leave a pair. White Sox have left 4 through 4. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Tigers 4, White Sox 1 on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze claw.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Welcome back to our White Sox broadcast on SMSN. Brian Snow here with you. Snowman Multimedia Sports Network is an independent play-by-play operation. We provide alternative play-by-play for those who cannot watch the game or choose not to watch the game. We are not affiliated with Major League Baseball or any other league that we cover. We just provide an alternative play-by-play view for those who tune in and love the old school style. Sean Burke begins the bottom of the 4th inning, pitching to Max Clark, and he delivers a slider for strike 1. Max Clark is 1 for 1. He singled in that 2nd inning when they sent the whole lineup around. Crosstown Series begins tomorrow at Wrigley Field. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball into left. Antonacci is circling under it. Backing up. He's got it. 1 down in the 4th. Now here comes Javier Baez, who reached on a fielder's choice, which was called originally a double play. .805 for the first pitch tomorrow between the White Sox and the Cubs. Speaking of Cubs, here's a former Cub and Javier Baez. Burke from the set, winds, kicks, and delivers. A strike called on the inside corner with a fastball, and the count's 0-1. Baez started his career with the Cubs, has bounced around the league. And officially today, he's 0 for 1 with that fielder's choice. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a foul out of play, and the count's 0-2. Pirates blanking the Red Sox 7-0. They're in the top of the 4th inning. We owe you a scoreboard update as well. Here she comes upstairs, and it's 1-2. Yankees lead the Blue Jays 1-0. They're in the bottom of the 5th. Reds and Marlins scoreless, bottom of the 4 in Cincinnati. The 1-2 pitch. A curveball blasted, caught by Vargas on the ground. He'll toss the first in time. What a play by El Tigre. 5-3 on that putout, and there's 2 down in the 4th. Beginning tomorrow, it's the Sox and the Cubs in part 2 of the Crosstown Classic of the Crosstown Series. White Sox win 2 or 3 there. They claim the Crosstown Cup, but there's another trophy they want to go after. A couple of them, as a matter of fact. Here's a cutter inside, ball 1 to Gleyber Torres, who is 1 for 2, a single in the 2nd. Only 7 pitches this inning for Sean Burke. From the windup, the 1-0 to Torres, a swing and a fly ball into center. Going back on it is Peters, makes the catch. Inning over. 1-2-3. Go the Tigers in the bottom of the 4th. So the White Sox able to keep the Tigers off the board. And speaking of the White Sox, we got some trivia for you. But first, some bad news as Left-handed pitching great Tommy John has passed away. He was best known for his years with the Yankees, but was also a member of the White Sox. 83 years old. So, Tommy John, this one's for you. Back after this.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Tristan Peters swings at the first pitch for strike one as we are underway on the top of the fifth. Peters doubled in the third and scored the White Sox lone run of the game. Cruising right along here in the top of the fifth inning. Anderson's pitch is wicked on the ground, foul, and the count's 0-2 to Tristan Peters. Peters, Romo, and Antonacci, 8, 9, and 1 due for the White Sox here in the fifth. Peters is tied for the most doubles by a rookie this season with Carter Jensen from Kansas City and TJ Rumfield from Colorado. They all have 24. Here she comes, low and inside, and it's 1-2. And Peters delivered his 24th double in the third when the White Sox got on the board. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Sox down 4-1 here in the top of the fifth. Here's the pitch. Fastball inside, and it's 2-2 to Tristan Peters. Drew Romo on deck, Sam Antonacci in the hole. Sun's starting to come out at Comerica Park. I wish it would come out here. Here she comes. Low with a slider, and the count's full 3-2. See if Peters can get another rally started. And this is one of those times you would love for them to put up a crooked number. Here she comes. That's outside, ball 4. Peters is on with nobody out. $60 pitches now for Anderson. Now here's Drew Romo, and he whacked one into deep right field. Back, and it's a gunner. Drew Romo leaves the yard, a 2-run shot, and the White Sox are within 1 at 4-3. Well, now, there's a response for you. And this with nobody out here in the fifth. It was the fifth inning on Friday where the White Sox got started. And the most important thing is that you turn the lineup back over. So now they're within a run with nobody out and Sam Antonacci at the plate. And Antonacci slaps one foul to the left for strike one. Here she comes, low and inside, 1 strike to Sam I Am, who has an RBI ground out to his credit, along with a ground out back to the pitcher. So he's 0 for 2 with a run batted in. Here's the pitch, outside with a changeup, and it's 2-1. Two balls, one strike. Sox with 2 in here in the 5th. Here's the pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball to Torkelson at first. He'll win the race to the bag, 1 out in the 5th. And for the second consecutive time, Antonacci bounced out to Torkelson. So who is Munetaka? Here is Munetaka Murakami, who was 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. Anderson's pitch, a curveball strike, and it's 0-1. On 1 the count. From the set, here's the pitch. A changeup for a strike, and it's 0-2. Minnesota leads Philadelphia 4-0. They're in the top of the 3rd as we keep our eye on the Central Division. White Sox just keep an eye on their business. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Murakami's gone, 2 down in the inning. Second time Murakami is struck out. So now here's El Tigre, Miguel Vargas. Vargas is 0 for 2, reached on an error, and flied out to center. 2 out, nobody on, 2 in for the White Sox. They trail now only 4-3. Here's the pitch, swinging a foul out of play for strike 1. Vargas hitting at 238. This team may be likened to the hitless wonders of the White Sox who won a pennant in 1906. There's a changeup inside, and the count's even 1-1. They were called the hitless wonders because they hit a team average of 230 on the season, with only 7 home runs on the season that year. 1-1 the count to Miguel Vargas. Here it comes, upstairs, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Nobody on here in the top of the 5th. The pitch. Swinging a foul out of play, and the count's even 2-2 to Vargas. Vargas settles back into the batter's box. 2-2 the count with 2 down here in the 5th. The pitch on the way. Low, and the count's full 3-2 with a curveball. Three balls, 2 strikes. Anderson quickly sets at the chest. And the payoff pitch struck him out with a slider. So 2 strikeouts in the inning. Vargas and Murakami back to back. But the White Sox get a pair on 1 hit. Drew Romo's 2-run homer has brought the Sox to within 1. 4-3 our scores. We go to the bottom of the 5th on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Hey everyone, I'm joined by my old friend, Mr. Ellis Williams, aka Mr. Biggs. You called me and you told me, you said, man, I got Car Shield and it worked. What made you get it?
I have this old SUV and I know the manufacturer warranty is about to run out. I didn't want to get stuck with expensive car repairs.
Right.
So I gave Car Shield a call. Coverage was very affordable and there was no long-term contract. A few months after that, transmission went on my car. I took it to my mechanic. They called Car Shield and saved my family and I $2,400.
CarShield is America's #1 auto protection company. Their administrators have paid out over $1 billion in claims and cover most vehicles from 5,000 to 150,000 miles. You'll receive 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, rental reimbursement at no additional charge.
Give CarShield a call today before it's too late. Remember,
CarShield cars go farther.
Protect yourself now against expensive auto repair bills. Call 800-513-9263.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
2, 3, and 4 due up for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 5th inning, as the White Sox have climbed to within 1 at 4-3. Around the majors, Yankees and Blue Jays are now tied 1 apiece. They're in the top of the 6th. Marlins and Reds are scoreless as Sean Burke delivers to McGonigal a curveball inside for ball 1. Mets now lead the Nats 3-2. They're in the bottom of the 5th inning. McGonigal, Dingler, and Keith due up. Here she comes. A knuckle curve for a strike, and it's 1-1. Top of the 3rd in Minnesota. Twins lead the Phillies 4-0, and the White Sox will get some activity in their bullpen as rookie Hagen Smith is now up and throwing. The lefty. 1-1 pitch. Slider upstairs and outside. 2-1. Detroit Tigers trivia. Who was the MVP of the '84 World Series for the Detroit Tigers? McGonigal walked in the 2nd inning. Here it comes. Whist foul. And the count's even 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes the count. Burke is ready. From the windup, the pitch. Swinging a foul out of play to the left. Into the stands, and the count stays where it is at 2-2. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Orioles lead the Rays 10-2 in St. Petersburg. They're in the top of the 9th. Ouch. Pirates shutting out the Red Sox 7-0. They're in the bottom of the 4th. 2-2 pitch. Foul to the backstop. We'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes the count. Bottom of the 5th. Tigers 4, White Sox 3. Boneless game says, is McGonigal hurt? No, he is not. He's in the batter's box. From the windup, here's the 2-2 pitch. Sinker, strike 3 called. 1 down in the 5th. That is the 2nd strikeout this afternoon for Sean Burke. Here is Dylan Dingler, the catcher, and he takes a curveball for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Boneless games. I like that ID. To Cole Godden and Boneless Games, where are you guys checking in from? So we can shout you out properly here. 0-1 the count with a 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Beg your pardon. Dingler is at the plate. Here it comes. Knuckle curve upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. It was only started the 3rd inning where White Sox starting pitcher Sean Burke has gone to his knuckle curve. Burke from the windup and the 1-1 pitch. Knuckle curve outside. It's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, the count. One out, bottom of the fifth, 4-3 Detroit. From the windup, the pitch. Low and outside with a sinker, and it's 3-1. Three balls, one strike. Tyler Holton now throwing for the Tigers. Burke ready, third base side of the rubber. And the 3-1 pitch, a slider upstairs for ball 4. And that'll put Dingler on for the first time today. And now here is the man that has been a thorn in the White Sox side today, and that's Colt Keith. 2 runs scored, a single and a home run. And I think Will Venables says, okay, Sean, you've had enough. So he's going to make a pitching change, and we're going to take a break. We have a pitching change. We're taking the new pitcher in 90 seconds on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
I ran and grabbed a snack while we were at break. Hagen Smith making his 3rd appearance. He's pitched 3 innings, doesn't have an ERA. So Sean Burke goes 4 in the 3rd, gives up 4 runs. The runner at first, Dylan Dingler, is his responsibility. He begins outside to ball 1. To Eduardo Valencia, who's pinch hitting for Keith. And Valencia whacks one foul down the left field line. The count's even 1-1. So Eduardo Valencia batting for Colt Keith. In 18 games, he's hitting .404 with 6 homers and 17 RBIs. Keith finishes his day 2 for 2. Next one, swung on, popped up foul. And the count's 1-2. So the Tigers counter the Sox move to a lefty by going with righty Eduardo Valencia, who played Friday night. 1-2 pitch inside with a fastball, and the count's even 2-2. Runner at first, 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Detroit holding on to a 4-3 lead. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 call, 2 down in the inning. And Valencia knew it. Needed that one with a runner aboard. So now 2 down in the inning. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. I don't think Hagen Smith hasn't even shown his best yet. Here's the pitch to McKinstry. It's a strike, and the count's 0-1. 1-1 the count. Hagen Smith delivers. Slashed foul out of play to the left, and the count is 0-2. McKinstry is 0 for 1 on the day. He walked in the second and scored during that 3-run outburst. Judge 999 says, good work. I appreciate it. If you like what you see and what you hear, why don't you make a contribution to the channel, as that is grounded foul, first base side. Count stays where it is at 0-2. If you like what you see and what you hear, help us grow our network. And we need the help because we got to get some better equipment and everything. You could do that. One way is via PayPal. Next one is grounded to the right side. My draw operated. Toss to first. In time, inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the 6th. Tigers lead the White Sox 4-3. Can the White Sox tie it up? We'll find out after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
But I blame one person for this.
One person. What one person are you going to be blaming? Good. I don't give a crap.
Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC.
Quote, feeling the blues in Death Valley, close quote. Duke ends a 45-year drought in Clemson. You are coaching a team, son. Get with the program and worry about your program.
The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
The Crosstown Series is tomorrow, part 2. Wrigley Field is the site. 3 games with the Chicago Cubs, and the Cubs are playing some great baseball right now. First pitch tomorrow, 8:05 Eastern, 7:05 Central. We'll have them all here for you on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. Tyler Holton now on to pitch in place of Anderson, who goes 5, gives up 3 runs on 4 hits. 53rd appearance for Tyler Horton, 57 innings with a 2.68 ERA. Horton, the lefty, kicks and fires to Randall Grichuk, who is on pitch hitting, and he slaps one foul for strike 1. Grichuk batting for Benintendi, hitting at 275, 9 homers. He's driven in 28. Holton kicks and fires upstairs and outside with a fastball, and the count is even at 1-1. So Grichuk will bat for Benintendi and assume the DH responsibility. The 1-1 pitch is a cutter for a strike, and it's 1-2. Man, Grichuk's looking like what? But he's back in the batter's box. Holton from the set position. The lefty works third base side of the rubber and delivers. Fastball upstairs, and it's 2-2 to Randall Grichuk. Now, the last time the White Sox got the leadoff runner aboard, he came around on a home run by Drew Romo. See if they can do it again. At least get the leadoff runner aboard. Holton's pitch Swinging a high fly ball into center field. Going back is Clark, racing back at the track, and it's off the wall. Grichuk will pull in the second with a leadoff double. And the tying run stands at second base. I had to say it. So Grichuk stands at second with a leadoff double to the deepest part of the park. And there's the tying run. Here is Braden Montgomery with Colson Montgomery on deck. Holton sets, kicks and fires. An swing foul for strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Braden Montgomery skies one to right center field. Max Clark is under it. He makes the catch. Grichuk tags, heads for third. He gets there standing up. 1 out in the 6th. So a sacrifice fly to Braden Montgomery. Another one will tie the game. Here is Colson Montgomery, who entering yesterday was hitting at 209, his lowest since April the 19th. And his OPS, though I rarely talk about it, is his lowest since April 17th. So you got a lefty-on-lefty matchup with the tying run 90 feet away. Montgomery takes low with a sinker for ball one from Holton. Montgomery 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. He singled in the third, struck out in the fourth. Singled in the second, struck out in the fourth. Beg your pardon. The pitch. Foul at the plate, and the count's 1-1. Tying run at third, and Randall Grichuk with 1 out. So Montgomery gets himself resituated. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Chance to tie for the White Sox after trailing 4-1. First they trailed 3-0. The pitch. High and tight with a sinker, 2-1. Chase Mydroth is on deck. Grichuk stands at third. Infield in all the way around. Holton from the set position. The 2-1 pitch. Foul to the backstop, and the count's even 2-2. So if Montgomery somehow gets out, you wonder if they're going to pull the infield back. McGonigal, Baez, Torres, Torkelson. That's your infield, and they're all the way up. Torres and Torkelson on the right side, in toward the grass. Baez is on the grass, and time called at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. 1 out. Randall Grichuk, the tying run at third. Chase Mydroth in the hole. Tristan Peters would be behind him. Holton comes set. And the 2-2 pitch. A swing and a bouncing ball, foul. And he did the right thing. He hit it to the right side. But Torkelson was playing up. Twins have increased their lead over Philadelphia. It's now 5-0. They're in the bottom of the 4th. Two and two the count. The pitch on the way. A swing and a base hit in the right center field, and we're tied. Colson Montgomery with his second hit of the afternoon drives in Randall Grichuk, and we have a new game at 4. I mean, Montgomery blistered it past the pulled-in infield, past Gleyber Torres. And Grichuk trots home with a tying run, and the Sox are back even at 4. Like I said, a lot of at-bats were left in this game when they got down 3-0 in the second. Here's Chase Mydroth, who takes a fastball low for ball 1. Now let's see if they can turn it and get the lead. You can hold this Tiger team down. They've done it for two straight games. The 1-0 chase. A cutter inside. It's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to chase my drop. Here she comes. A cutter for a strike, and it's 2-1. My drop 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. Once he grounded into a double play. He's got 12 homers and 49 RBIs. 2-1 pitch. Fastball strike, and it's 2-2. Grounded back to the pitcher on the double play and then grounded out to shortstop Baez. Change up low, and the count's full 3-2. Four tie here in the top of the sixth. Here she comes. Low, ball 4. That'll put 2 runners aboard with Tristan Peters coming to the plate. Now we're going to have Brenton Doyle come to the plate in place of Tristan Peters. So Peters this afternoon includes 2 runs scored, a ground rule double, and a base on balls. And I think this may be it for Mr. Tyler Horton. Or Holton, rather. Tyler Horton, geez. Nope, they're not. They're not going to pull him. 2 on, 1 out. Top of the 6th. White Sox have tied the game 4-4. 2 hits in the inning. 5 for the game. Now, Jacob Vogspak is throwing for the Detroit Tigers, and he's just getting loose. 2 on, 1 out. The pitch to Doyle is a strike on the lower outside corner, and the count's 0-1. Doyle at 222, 2 homers. He's driven in 6. He hit a home run with the White Sox in his White Sox debut at home. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's always been the middle innings when the White Sox have struck against the Tigers, though yesterday the game-winning hit by Benny came in the 7th. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2 on a cutter down low. Well, hi, Winnie Pooh. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Talking to one of my cats. 1-2 the count. The pitch on the way. A cutter, strike 3. And Doyle knew it. And there's 2 down in the inning to Drew Romo. Holton's thrown 23 pitches in this inning. So now with 2 out is Drew Romo at the plate. Switch hitting catcher. And he takes low for ball 1. Romo 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer in the 5th that got the White Sox within 4-3. And in this inning, the 6th, they have tied the game. The 1-0, a swing and a pop-up. First base side, Spencer Torkelson drips into foul territory. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. But the White Sox tie it up. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 2. That may come back to bite them later. We go to the bottom of the 6th. White Sox 4, Tigers 4 on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
But I blame one person for this.
One person. What one person are you going to be blaming? Good. I don't give a crap.
Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC.
Quote, feeling the blues in Death Valley, close quote. Duke ends a 45-year drought in Clemson. You are coaching a team, son. Get with the program and worry about your program.
The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Bottom of the sixth inning, 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Tigers. That is Torkelson, Callahan, and Clark scheduled to hit. Spencer Torkelson will face Hagen Smith, and he takes a cutter inside for ball 1. I've always wondered how you throw a cutter. Brenton Doyle is now in center field for Tristan Peters. The 1-0, a slider for a strike, and the count's even 1-1. 4-4 tie. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the White Sox. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Tigers. Here's the pitch. A cutter low, and Drew Romo says, take a look at it while I let out my footy tap. Winnie. And he got the strike. Doggone door. Sorry about this, folks. 1-2 the count. I thought it'd be easy to let out my cat. Fastball inside. The count's even 2-2. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it is. You going out, Winnie? Here's the pitch. Up and out. Counts full 3-2. You staying inside? Okay. I thought my cat wanted to go out. Nope. Just I'm singing here. Malgeri is up next, and there's a walk to Torkelson. 4th walk issued by White Sox pitching this afternoon. So Ben Malgeri will now bat for Brett Callahan, who tripled home 2 runs, scored a run, and then struck out. Malgeri takes a strike, and the count's 0-1. Malgeri at 273, 3 homers. He's driven in 10. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball, and the count's 0-2. Torkelson at first, nobody out. Bottom of the 6th inning in a 4-4 tie. Malgeri played yesterday in left field. The 0-2 pitch, and it hit him. Or did it? No, it didn't hit him. It didn't hit him. So the count's 1-2. Oh, that was close. It hit the umpire. That's what it hit. It hit the umpire. Poor guy. 1-2 the count on a wild pitch. Here she comes. Slap back to Hagen Smith and caught. 1 down in the inning. Wow. There's the definition of a comebacker. And a two-handed catch by Hagen Smith. I like this kid. So now everybody's coming out to check on him. And I mean, that ball was a rocket at Hagen Smith. Mets lead the Nats 4-3. They're in the top of the 7th inning. They allow Hagen Smith to throw a couple pitches to make sure he's okay. And I mentioned it earlier. Doesn't matter what you're doing or where you're sitting or where you're playing in the field. If you see a ball flying at you, you're going to flinch. Unless you're Hagen Smith and you just catch it. Cardinals lead the Cubs 2-0. They're in the bottom of the first. Go Cardinals. Rockies and Giants later. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Sammy Richard with 440 joules sent to me. Thank you. Appreciate that. Says Unk Alert. Vargas, Montgomery, Mydroth, Murakami all pulled toward the left. Torkelson at second, 1 out. The pitch on the way, a swing and a ground ball to Mydroth. Everybody retreats. Murakami at first, 2 down in the inning. Sammy Richard says, go Tigers, go. So Torkelson gets a stolen base on a wild pitch. Now he's at third. Clark grounds out to second. And now that'll bring up Javier Baez, who was 0 for 2. Fielder's choice and a ground out. Fielder's choice came back in the second inning. A slider upstairs and outside begins this at bat for ball 1. Sammy Richard now drops his 10 joules. Thank you, Sammy. Huzakar Brazoban now up and throwing for the White Sox. And more joules coming in. 1-0 the count. 2 out, runner at third. The pitch to Baez. Swing and a miss. And the count's even 1-1. Former Cub, former Met, Javier Baez at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. The kick and the pitch. Low. Great save by Drew Romo. And the count is 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 down. The pitch. Swinging a foul out of play to the right. And the count's even 2-2. Yes, Winnie Pooh. Yes. Yes. I'll let you out in a minute. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th. The kick and the pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball to short. Montgomery up with it. The long throw to first. In time, inning over. Colson Montgomery throws out Javier Baez, and that will take care of the Tigers. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. A walk got to third, but didn't get home. We're done with 6. White Sox 4, Tigers 4. Now time for us to get the lead on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Top of the seventh inning, 4-4 tie in Detroit. White Sox have crawled back from 2 3-run deficits, 3-0 and then 4-1. And now we begin the seventh inning in a 4-4 tie. Sam Antonacci will lead things off. It'll be Antonacci, Murakami, and Vargas. Upstairs, ball 1 to Sam I.M., who is 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Ben Malgiri now takes over in left field for Detroit. The 1-0. High with a sweeper, 2-0. Holton threw 25 pitches in that sixth inning. The pitch, high, 3-0. And even more jewels have come in. 3-0 the count. Here she comes. Strike call, 3-1 with a sinker. Antonacci is 0 for 3 tonight with an RBI ground out in the third. Sox are 11-4 this season when tied entering the seventh inning. Yesterday they were tied entering the seventh, and they got the winning run. See if they can do it here. 3-1 to Sam Antonacci. The rookie left-hander is ready. Here's the pitch. Sinker high, ball 4. Antonacci is on for the first time today. So we got 3 with the Cubs beginning tomorrow. Thursday, a makeup game with Atlanta at 1:10. We'll definitely have that one for you. Then we see the Mets for 3 at home. Texas for 3 more. And then after a break, we go to the House of Horrors called Minnesota. And I mean that in the most playful of ways. Murakami takes a sweeper upstairs and outside for ball 1. If you like what you see and what you hear, why don't you subscribe to the channel? Make sure you like the video and share it with your friends. The 1-0 fouled out of play, an excuse me swing. And the count is even, 1-1. Double-barreled activity for the Tigers in their bullpen. And Murakami launches one deep to left center field, going back at the track. A moonshot from Mooney. And the White Sox indeed grab the lead, 6-4. Number 28 from Munetaka Murakami. A 2-run blast into left field. They got the lead in the 7th yesterday, and they did it again today. RBIs 56 and 57 for Munetaka Murakami. I mean, half of his home runs have gone the opposite way. So the Japanese slugger turned White Sox All-Star, even though he couldn't participate in the All-Star game because of an injury, knocks out Tyler Horton. And we got a break. New pitcher coming for the Detroit Tigers after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
And ever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Munetaka Murakami pays off the leadoff walk with a two-run homer that knocks out Tyler Horton. Murakami with his 28th homer of the year, and the White Sox grab the lead 6-4. Tanner Rainey now in for the Tigers. 2 2/3 innings pitched, no ERA. He's making his third appearance. Right-hander to right-hander against Miguel El Tigre Vargas. The pitch, low, ball one. So the White Sox, after trailing 3-0 in the 4-1, now has grabbed the lead 6-4 here in the top of the seventh inning. Here's the pitch, low, 2-0 as the slider gets by Dingler, the catcher. Detroit led this game 4-1, but then 2 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, and 2 in the seventh for the White Sox have gotten him the lead 6-4. Rainey from the belt. Kicks and fires. Swinging a bouncer foul. And the count's 2-1. Miguel El Tigre Vargas, who had 2 home runs on Friday night. Two and 1 the count. Vargas 0 for 3 on the afternoon. The pitch to Vargas is low, 3-1. Nobody out here in the seventh inning. Munetaka Murakami with a moonshot to left has given the White Sox the lead, and they've seized it all at once. Between the fifth and the seventh innings, they scored 5 runs. The 3-1 pitch, a slider outside for ball 4. So Vargas is on, third straight man to reach. And now here comes Randall Grichuk, who doubled and scored his last time up. He scored the tying run. 6-4 White Sox in the top of the seventh with nobody out and a runner aboard. Grichuk batting for Benintendi in the DH slot. Here she comes. Low. Oh, they call it a strike, and the count's 0-1. But Grichuk said, take a look at it. And Grichuk was right. So the White Sox retain their challenge, and the count is 1-0 instead of 0-1. Rainey sets, kicks, deals, low with a fastball, 2-0. Then Rainey cannot find the strike zone right now. Two balls, no strikes. Nobody out, a runner at first in the form of Miguel Vargas. The 2-0 pitch, a swing at a high fly ball into left. Callahan racing under it. It's Clark that races under it and makes the catch. Gets the ball quickly back in to keep an eye on Vargas. 1 down in the seventh. So 1 out in the seventh as Grichuk flies out. to center fielder Max Clark, and here's Brayton Montgomery, the switch hitter batting in the left-handed batter's box. The pitch on the way, inside with a slider, ball one. Montgomery 1 for 3. He singled in the fourth inning. Here she comes. That's low, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to Brayton Montgomery. Again, Montgomery 1 for 3 on the afternoon. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's 2-1. Just hitting the 2-hour mark of our game here. I'm going to take a break and see how I feel before I even think of tackling the Fever game. And if I do tackle it, it'll be resumed. It'll be in progress. But I'm starting to think that my body is saying no to the second game. In fact, there is a rule established as Montgomery takes a strike and it's 2-2 that we get 1 game per day. We do 1 game per day. Montgomery wants to challenge it. I don't think that's a good move. Bingo. Montgomery says, no way. Counts 2-2, and the White Sox are out of challenges for the rest of the day. For the rest of the game, rather. Vargas away from first. 1 out in the 7th. White Sox 6, Tigers 4. And Montgomery swings and fouls one first base side out of play. And the count remains where it is at 2-2. In fact, when I came back to the microphone, and I have to explain that I got a little bit envious because I see streamers doing 2 games and 3 games a day. I just can't do that, even when I feel good starting the first game. 2-2 the count. The kick and the pitch. Slider missed inside. The count's full 3-2. Would I love to tackle the second game with the Fever in Atlanta? Absolutely. So what I will say is I will see how I feel after the mandatory 30-minute be away from the studio period. Payoff pitch is outside, ball 4, and Montgomery walks. Seventh walk given up by Tiger pitching, I beg your pardon. 3 in this inning. And the first one carried a big payoff with a 2-run homer by Munetaka Murakami. And Mr. Tanner Rainey is having a lot of trouble finding the strike zone. So Vargas at second, Brayton Montgomery at first, and Colson Montgomery heads to the plate. Now, I've seen a couple of videos recently with people in shock of how the White Sox have rebuilt this team so fast. And it is kind of miraculous the way that they've done it. Here's Colson Montgomery, is 2 for 3, a pair of singles and a run batted in. And now we're going to open the floor to vote for your player of the game for the White Sox between Colson Montgomery, Munetaka Murakami. And I'll get another pitcher. I'll get another player named up here. I want to say Drew Romo. Here's the pitch. Strike called on the inside corner. The count's on 1. Montgomery, a pair of singles on the afternoon. And a run batted in. That got home Grichuk. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. So Brayton Montgomery at first. Vargas at second. Both walked in this inning. 3 walks in the inning. Given up by Detroit pitching. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on for the White Sox. Would love to get some insurance runs here. Montgomery's ready, and so is Rainey. The 0-2, Swing and a miss on a fastball. Montgomery's gone. So Montgomery is now 2 for 4 in the afternoon. 2 singles, 2 strikeouts. 1 looking, 1 swinging. So we got 7 in a row in terms of White Sox games coming up for you beginning tomorrow. Actually, beginning today. Here is Chase Meidroth, who was 0 for 2. He walked in the 6th. Here's the pitch. Low it inside, ball 1. Vargas at second, Brayton Montgomery in at first. 2 out, 2 in. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the White Sox. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Tigers. For the last 2 games, they trailed, or were tied, I beg your pardon, entering the 7th, and they got the lead. 1-0. That gets away, and that'll move the runners up. So Vargas makes a wide turn at third. That should be scored a wild pitch. That is a wild pitch. And Rainey knew it as soon as he let it go. So now you got Vargas at third and Brayton Montgomery at second. Chase Meidroth at the plate takes a strike, and it's 2-1. Second and third, 2 out in the 7th. And 2 runs in. Meidroth 0 for 2 with a walk. And the 2-1 pitch is low, 3-1 with a slider. So even if he takes this one, it goes 3-2. You don't have to worry about the runners going because they're already in scoring position. Rainey sets, looks in at the plate, and the 3-1 pitch is a strike, and the count's 3-2. That's when you needed your review or your ABS challenge. I beg your pardon. That was way high. 3-2 the count. Runners at second and third. Rainey sets. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. 4-seam fastball. And I think Meidroth knew it. But the Sox get a pair. They get a pair on 1 hit, which was Murakami's home run. And after all this, to the bottom of the 7th, White Sox 6, Tigers 4 on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
But I blame one person for this.
One person. What one person are you going to be blaming? Good. I don't give a crap.
Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC.
Quote, feeling the blues in Death Valley, close quote. Duke ends a 45-year drought in Clemson. You are coaching a team, son. Get with the program and worry about your program.
The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Bottom of the 7th inning coming up as the White Sox have grabbed the lead 6-4 with 5 unanswered runs between the 5th and the 7th innings. It'll be the top of the order leading off. It'll be the top of the order coming to bat for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 7th. Media joins us from Indianapolis, Indiana. Thanks for joining, AB. Appreciate you. Munetaka Murakami's 2-run homer has put the White Sox in front. And after they tied it in the 6th with a single by Colson Montgomery scoring Randall Grichuk. That let Sean Burke off the hook. Brewers and Dodgers going at the top of the hour. Drew Romo has also hit a 2-run homer. Mariners and Astros at 7:20 tonight. That may be my doubleheader game. Who do you think? Devin 26-11. Who do I think is going to win? I think the White Sox are going to win. Because the last 2 games, today included, they have scored late. Huascar Brazoban is in. He throws outside, ball 1 to Gleyber Torres. And for Mr. Torres, he is 1 for 3. 1-0 pitch. That's outside. 2-0 with a sinker. And Devin, thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Torres is 1 for 3. He singled in the 2nd inning. The 2-0 pitch. A swing and a shot. Base hit down the line in left field. Antonacci giving chase. Torres rounds first. He'll jog into second with a leadoff double. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate just like that. Lower sugar Gatorade is what I'm drinking here because I want to get off the caffeine for good. Kevin McGonigal now standing in the left-handed batter's box with Torres at second and nobody out. Here's the pitch, swinging a pop-up. Going out is Vargas. Get there. Antonacci does get there. 1 down in the 7th. So McGonigal is out to Dylan Dingler. Bottom 3 at Wrigley Field. The Cubs trail the Cardinals 3-0. Dingler 0 for 2, walked in the 5th. Detroit got 3 in the 2nd and 1 in the 3rd, and they haven't scored since. And that hit was their first since the 4th inning. The pitch. Sinker for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Yeah, that double was their first hit since the home run in the 3rd inning. The 0-1. A swing and a shot to left. Down it goes. That'll get Torres home, and it's a 6-5 ball game. 2 doubles in the 7th. 1 for Dingler and 1 for Torres. And the Tigers fight right back. Now it is 6-5 with the tying run at second base. So 2 doubles off of the hard-throwing right-hander Brazoban, and the Tigers are within 1. 24 doubles this year for Dylan Dingler. And now you get Valencia to the plate, and he swings to the first pitch and pops one to right, foul, and out of play for strike 1. Sean Newcomb throwing for the White Sox in their bullpen now, lefty. Brazoban delivers up for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. No, the Tigers are making a liar out of me. Here's a swing and a bouncing ball to short. Colson Montgomery up with a toss to first in time, 2 down in the inning. So Valencia's retired. Valencia came in the 5th inning, batting for Colt Keith, who went 2 for 2 with a single, a home run, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Now you got Zach McKinstry to deal with. And Venable says, I'm not even going to let you face him. He'll take the ball And we had a pitching change. We'll let you know who the new pitcher is in a minute and 40 on the White Sox, on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze claw.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crown they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Sean Newcomb is your new pitcher, 46th appearance, 65 2/3 innings pitched with a 2.60 ERA. He's got one job, and that's to get the White Sox out of the 7th with only 1 run scored. This run belongs to Brazoban at second base and is a strike called, and the count is 0-1. Ho-Yun Lee now pinch hitting for the Tigers. Hitting at 266, 6 homers. He's driven in 28. The 0-1, low and inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sean Newcomb in relief. 6-5 our score. Bottom of the 7th inning. The pitch on the way is outside, 2-1. Newcomb a fastball, changeup, and a curveball in his repertoire. Newcomb from the set. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, and the count's 2-2. Like I said, Newcomb has one job. That's get us out of the 7th inning. A pair of doubles sandwiched around 2 outs, a fly out and a ground out, has brought the Tigers within 1 at 6-5. Newcomb has his sign. Dingler at second, the tying run. Newcomb comes set. And the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to first. Oh, what a stop by Murakami. The flip to Newcomb. The race is on, and Newcomb wins it to get out of the inning. 3-1 on that ground out. What a play by the all-star Munetaka Murakami. And Newcomb indeed does his job and gets us out of the 7th. However, Tigers get a run on 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1. We go to the 8th. White Sox 6, Tigers 5. Down the stretch we come on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze claw.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crown they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Top of the 8th inning, a great play by Munetaka Murakami. So he gets the home run that puts him in front and makes the play that gets us out of the 7th alive. 6-5 White Sox here in the 8th inning. Jacob Vogspak now pitching for the Tigers, making his 20th appearance. He's thrown 25 innings. He's got a 1.44 ERA. And the White Sox job is to protect a one-run lead as they go 8-9-1 here in the 8th. Britton Doyle, who pinch hit for Tristan Peters, swings and drives one to left, but coming on is Callahan. He's got it, one down in the 8th. Or that's Baez playing left field in the 8th. McGonigal is now at shortstop. Hayu Lee takes over at third base. Javier Baez is in left, and Ben Malgiri is in right. Those are the defensive changes for the Tigers. So with one out, here comes Drew Romo, who got the White Sox to within a run at 4-3 with his 2-run homer in the 5th. First pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-1. Came at him with a slurve that time. Romo 1 for 3, as mentioned, his 5th inning 2-run homer opened the spigot for the White Sox offense. The 0-1 is a changeup for a strike, and the count's 0-2. White Sox are 6 defensive outs away from sweeping the Tigers, but you want to pile on here. And the 0-2 is a curveball low, and it's 1-2. Sam Antonacci would be next, who walked and scored ahead of Murakami's home run in the 7th inning. Next one, swinging a foul at the plate. We'll do it again. Vogspak, your new pitcher for the Detroit Tigers, 4th pitcher of the afternoon. Each team has used 4. And now Philadelphia has come all the way back. They're within a run at 5-4. They're in the bottom of the 6th at Target Field. Romo waits. The 1-2 pitch. A swing and a smash. Foul. Down the first base line. (6-5) White Sox here in the 8th. 6-7-0 for the White Sox. 5-7-1 for the Tigers. Sox have clinched the series. Now they're trying to make it a 3-game sweep. 1-2 pitch. Low and inside. It's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the 8th. The pitch on the way, a swing, a ground ball to second. Up with it is Torres. He throws to first. That's in time. And there's 2 down in the 8th inning. Now here's Sam Antonacci coming to the plate. Noah Schultz and David Sandlin doing good on the White Sox farm teams. Here's Antonacci, who walked his last time up. He takes a cutter on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Antonacci 0 for 3 with an RBI groundout. He walked in the 7th and scored ahead of Murakami's home run. And the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball right side. Spencer Torkelson will win the race to the bag, and the inning is over. So the White Sox go up and out in order, and for the 3rd time today, Antonacci grounds out to Spencer Torkelson at first base. We go to the bottom of the eighth. Defensively, White Sox with some work to do to protect a 6-5 lead on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
But I blame one person for this.
One person. What one person are you going to be blaming? Good. I don't give a crap.
Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC.
Quote, feeling the blues in Death Valley, close quote. Duke ends a 45-year drought in Clemson. You are coaching a team, son. Get with the program and worry about your program.
The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Tomorrow on Snowman in the Morning, we'll be joined by the fabulous voice of the Indianapolis Colts, Mr. Matt Taylor, who will give us some inside information on the Colts, how they're performing, how they look, and it's only one preseason game, but he'll have all the breakdowns for us. That's tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Newcomb delivers to Torkelson way outside with a slur for ball one. Torkelson, Maljury, and Clark due up for the Tigers. They're in the top of the ninth at Skydome. Yes, I know it's called Rogers Center, but the Yankees lead the Blue Jays 2-1. Torkelson is 0 for 2. He walked in the sixth. Bottom eight in Miami, 2-1 in favor of the Marlins. There's a strike, and the count's even to 1-1. Newcomb versus the Central has played 16 games, 25 innings, with a 1.44 ERA. Swing and a miss on a fastball, and the count is 1-2. Opponent's batting average 111. The Phillies have come back and now trail the Twins only 5-4. Cubs have come back. They trail the Cardinals 3-2 at Wrigley Field. Rangers and Athletics should be getting underway. Here's a ground ball headed to short. Colson Montgomery Fields throws. Got him. One down to the eighth. I'm so excited I can't talk. Kenley Jansen now throwing for the Detroit Tigers in their bullpen. Longtime closer. Closed for the Dodgers for the longest time. Then with Atlanta, here's the pitch to Maljury. It's low and outside for ball one. Maljury in his only at bat lined out in the sixth. That's a slurve outside. It's 2-0. Maljury waits in the right-handed batter's box. Newcomb quickly in the windup delivers a slurve upstairs, and it's 3-0. Braves beat the D-backs 5-3. That's the final. Next one, ball four. So Maljury walks. And the tying run is on. That'll bring Max Clark to the plate with Javier Baez behind him. So now they'll bring the infield up and they'll shade him They'll shade him to the right. Clark takes outside for ball one. That's 5 straight missed by Newcomb. And Drew Romo will go out and have a talk with him. Marlins 2, Reds 1, bottom of the 8th. They're still in the top of the 7th in Minnesota. Phillies trail the Twins 5-4 after trailing 5-0 once upon a time. 1-0 the count to Max Clark. Lefty to lefty, here it comes, low and outside, 2-0 with a sinker. Man, don't get careless now. You fought so hard to get the lead back. Newcomb has only thrown 3 strikes in his appearance. The 2-0 pitch, a swing, a bouncing ball up the middle to second one, returned, 2, a double play, and the inning is over. Let's wait to see if the Tigers will challenge it. They will not. So the White Sox get out of, oh, maybe they will. They will look at it. 4-6 on the force out of Malgiri. No, he beat that one. Clark beat it. Clark beat it by a half a stride. This should be overturned. This should be overturned. Every double play has been challenged. Yep, it's overturned, and that's the correct call. So fielder's choice for Max Clark keeps the inning alive for the Tigers for Javier Baez, and that is indeed the correct call. So every double play that has been turned in this ball game has been overturned. 1 by an error, and 2 because the runner just got down the line fast. And Sean Newcomb will have to face Javier Baez. And Clark clearly did beat it before the ball got in Murakami's glove. The pitch outside to Baez for ball one. Man, we got a lot of people in here. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. And if you can, shoot us a cash app at $Tallman Dr. K50 to help us grow. The 1-0, swing and a miss, and the count's even 1-1. White Sox and Tigers in the last of the three-game series here. There's one more series in Chicago later on this year. We got the Cubs tomorrow at Wrigley Field, then a makeup game with Atlanta. And then we see the Mets, which means Big John and I are going to be teaming up here. The 1-1, a slurve, missed outside. It's 2-1. Max Clark at first with 2 out. Trevor Richards now throwing for the White Sox in their bullpen. The 2-1 pitch, a swing and a bouncing ball to Vargas. Long toss to first, got him, inning over. Miguel El Tigre Vargas makes the play, and that will take care of the Tigers in the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. 1 more inning to go. As we go to the 9th, the White Sox 6 and the Tigers 5 on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join Ryan McCarthy
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
and Dustin Henry
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
2, 3, and 4 due up for the White Sox as we go to the money frame, the top of the ninth inning. And the reason the White Sox have the lead is because of the defense and offense of one Munetaka Murakami, who hit his 28th home run in the 7th, and he slices one foul for strike one. 6-8-0 for the Whites, 6-7-0 for the White Sox, 5-7-1 for the Tigers. Murakami's go-ahead home run came in the 7th inning. The 0-1 to Mooney, swinging a foul at the plate on a curve, and it's 0-2. Oh, 2 the count to Munetaka Murakami, who is 1 for 4 on the afternoon. Fox Pack delivers. High, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Murakami, Vargas, and Grichuk due up for the White Sox here in the 9th. 1-2 pitch, wide with a changeup, and it's 2-2. Fox Pack quickly sets. And the pitch. A swing and a high pop-up on the infield. McGonigal makes the catch. 1 down in the 9th inning. I'm going to buy a suite at Rate Field one of these times. One of these times. One of these times. El Tigre Miguel Vargas is due up. He is 0 for 3 with a walk. He reached on an error in the 1st, flied out to center in the 4th, struck out in the 5th, and then walked in the 7th. Vargas hitting at 237 at present time. Vogsback sets at the chest and delivers. High, ball 1 with a fastball. Want to know the count to Vargas. The pitch outside, and it's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike the count. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a cutter, and it's 2-2. White Sox have the second most wins in 1-run games this season, trailing only the champs, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Sox are 22-19 in 1-run games. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The kick and the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball into deep left field. Back it goes at the wall. Looking up. See you later. MTV Miguel Vargas with his 28th home run of the year. And the White Sox lead 7-5. What a time for that insurance run. Miguel Vargas with his 3rd home run of the series. Vogsback gave him a high fastball, and Vargas killed it. Baez had run out of room when the ball came off of his bat. What a renaissance year for Miguel Vargas. Former first-round pick of the Dodgers. And now he's having fun with the White Sox as Randall Grichuk takes a cutter upstairs and outside for ball one. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul out of play, and the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Miguel Vargas with his 28th home run of the year. Munetaka Murakami hit his 28th of the year. And the dynamic duos put the White Sox up a pair, 7-5. Grichuk swings and fouls one back for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another all-star in Miguel Vargas. The pitch to Grichuk is low, and it's 2-2. Imagine Colton starts heating up too. Yeah. Grichuk 1 for 2, double in the 6th, scored the tying run. 7-5 White Sox here in the 9th with 1 out. The 2-2 pitch, low, 3-2. So Murakami's home run in the 7th gave us the lead. Miguel Vargas' 28th home run here in the 9th has padded the lead because Detroit got to within 1. And now Detroit has to chase 2 runs. Next one, swing and a miss. Grichuk's on. 2 down in the inning. And now here is Brayton Montgomery. Montgomery 1 for 2 with a sacrifice fly and a walk. Me and my snipes with us. Thank you for joining in. Pitch to Brayton, swung on and missed for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. A run in the form of Miguel Vargas' 28th home run. Brayton Montgomery 1 for 3. The pitch, swing a bouncing ball to the right side. Up with it, Torres, toss to Torkelson in time. Inning over, but the White Sox get a big insurance run from El Tigre, Miguel Vargas, who hit his 28th home run of the year to put the White Sox up a pair, 7-5. Let's get these last 3 outs and get the heck out of here on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze claw.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Last chance for the Tigers. They trail 7-5 to our White Sox. 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Sox. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 big error for the Tigers. And they'll start at the top of the order with Gleyber Torres and Sean Newcomb still in there throwing. The pitch, outside, ball 1. My wife just came home from work, and already she's picking at me, which I love. Here's a slur for a strike, and the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Torres on the day, 2 for 3. Next one, swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2. Mets beat the Nationals 4-3. They're delayed in Pittsburgh. 7-3 Pirates is that score. The pitch, swinging a high fly ball into right. Braden Montgomery circles the wagons. He's under it. He's got it. 1 down in the 9th. So Torres potentially, they've gone to the 10th inning at the Skydome, and it's 4-2 Yankees. They've just grabbed the lead. Here's Kevin McGonigal, who was 0 for 3. He walked in the second to start that 3-run inning. Victor Locke is with us. Trevor Richards throwing in the bullpen. The pitch to McGonigal is fouled at the plate for strike 1. They're in the top of the 8th. Phillies and the Twins. Twins lead 5-4. That's an important game for the White Sox. From the windup, here's the 0-1 pitch. A curve for a strike, and the count's 0-2.
You're wrong.
Thank you, love. 0-2 the count. Newcomb is ready. Third base side of the rubber. From the windup, the pitch. A sinker. Strike three called. Oh, baby, that was a late call, but 2 down in the inning. Well, you want to make the right call if you're the home plate umpire, and that was indeed the right call. So 2 down in the 9th, 1 out to go. And Dylan Dingler is the last chance for the Tigers. They trail 7-5 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. From the windup, the first pitch. A slurve outside for ball 1. Sounds like you hit your perfect tempo. Thank you. Thank you, Victor. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. The pitch. Low and inside with a fastball, 2-0. Braves beat the Diamondbacks 5-3 earlier today in Atlanta. The pitch. Low, 3-0. I'm going to see if the Dixon Way and I can call the Braves White Sox game. I'm going to reach out to him. We'll see what happens. 3-0 the count. 2 out, bottom of the 9th. The wind and the pitch is a strike, and it's 3-1 with a fastball. They're still delayed in Pittsburgh. Eduardo Valencia on deck. Next one, swinging a foul out of play, and the count's full 3-2. And the Tigers are down to their last strike. This holds, Newcomb would indeed get the save. We may peek in on a couple of other games, should time permit in our broadcast. 3-2, 2 out, nobody on, bottom of the 9th. From the windup, the payoff pitch. Swinging and a miss, and that's a White Sox winner. Newcomb strikes out a pair in the 9th inning, and the White Sox get their first sweep of the Tigers in Detroit since June 13th through 15th of 2022. And they do indeed complete the sweep. They move to a 5.5 game lead over the Tigers and the Twins and the Guardians heading into this week. Now they got to face a red-hot team in the Chicago Cubs tomorrow, but Atlanta Thursday and the Mets this weekend, so a good chance for the White Sox to pad their lead in this division. And Victor always says it during our broadcast, take care of the division, the rest will take care of itself. Well, the White Sox get a big sweep this afternoon against the Detroit Tigers. Your final score, the White Sox 7 and the Detroit Tigers 5. We'll come back with the wrap-up and give you the final numbers and get you ready for the next game on Snowman Multimedia Sports Network after this.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress.
Oh. Wrong button. Sorry about that.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Time now for that post-game show, presented in part by the Playmakers Network, with shows such as Bearing Down the Gridiron and Shooting Lights Out. You get your fill of sports each and every week, and now they've begun Season 5 of Ramley Talk. Join the Playmaker, Darnell Solins, for the best of the best in sports talk and sports coverage, and Darnell joins us every week on Snowman in the Morning, too. That's the Playmakers Network. Look them up on YouTube. Final score today, the White Sox hold on for dear life to beat the Tigers 7-5. Final totals on the board look like this. For the White Sox, 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 7 left on base. For the Tigers, 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They also left 7. Hagen Smith is the winner. He's 2-0 on the year. Tanner Holton takes the loss. He is 1-5. Sean Newcomb gets his 4th save of the year. And our play of the game occurred in the 7th inning, top of the 7th inning thereof, as Munetaka Murakami hit his 28th home run of the year to give the White Sox at the time a 6-4 lead. The Tigers got back to within 1, and then Miguel Vargas delivered the knockout punch with his 28th home run, and the White Sox sweep the Tigers in Detroit. Final once again of 7-5. Our next White Sox broadcast will be tomorrow as they face their crosstown rivals in the Chicago Cubs. And you darn right, I'm going to be calling those next. I'm going to be calling those. 8:05 for your first pitch Eastern Time, 7:05 Central Time for your first pitch. Don't forget, join us tomorrow as we have Snowman in the Morning coming your way at 10 a.m. And at the top of the 11 a.m. hour, Matt Taylor, the voice of the Indianapolis Colts, will join us. Your final one more time. White Sox 7, Tigers 5. White Sox now lead the division by 5.5 games over the Tigers and the Guardians. We'll see you tomorrow from Wrigley Field. Until then, God bless you. I thank you, and take care, everybody. See you tomorrow.
preceding has been a presentation of the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.